Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Oatmeal Joey Arnold. It's Friday, the 29th of December, 2017. Welcome to the Oatmeal Joey Arnold Show, the daily update. So, I'm upset. I have to say the word upset. But, I was able to successfully use test disk for the first time on my computer, restoring the hard drive on my laptop. I was able to put another operating system on a thumb drive, and I can boot from that. I did that a few days ago. It might have been almost a week ago, and I never did that before. So I don't know, have you ever done that? I feel like, with all the stuff that I've done over the years with computers, I probably should have done that earlier. But, can you teach an old dog new tricks? Am I an old dog? I don't know, but I'm a cat. I'm getting out of the bag. I'm trying to a little bit, but yesterday we had some tacos that my dad brought home, and I had him sign a form that says that I'm volunteering for him like 20 hours a week, and that will help me qualify for food stamps. And I said that in the video yesterday too. I had a 2-hour video yesterday too. And almost 2 hours, actually 90 minutes, but I had my dad sign the form. I'm gonna try to turn it in, maybe by email. I'm gonna try email first, because I gotta scan it with my camera phone, my Sony camera phone, with the camera on the phone, scan it and turn it in. But after he signed it later on, I went to my dad in the kitchen. And Robin was there, and I was like, okay, do you guys want anything? Yeah, I'm going to the store. I'm gonna buy some cereal. And I held out my food stamps card, because they gave it to me for 1 month. After I'm able to fill out the form, turn it in, and it's accepted, then it'll be another 11 months. So that's that, and I got it. No big deal or anything. So why am I talking about it? Well, I thought, here's one reason why I might be talking. I thought it was interesting that as soon as I told my dad about it, he was a little bit happy. He was like, yes, that makes me happy, or something like that. He said a little bit. He said something like that. And whether or not it was fake or not is regardless, because it was a little bit amusing at the time for me, a little entertaining. So I kind of don't care. Am I saying a lot? I don't know. You like the turn you on? Don't say yes, but I'll tell you. I was thinking about this last night when I was walking home from this Walmart in Cornelius near my house. I was thinking about my dad's reaction to me getting food stamps last night. And I was thinking, well, yeah, I'm happy about that, because he's like a supporting character in the movie of my life. And you have a life too. And you are the star. You're the star of your own life. And other people will come and go. Some people will be more important in the story, in the movie of your life. And a lot of times we kind of forget that our movie is not the movie of the other people around us. And we kind of want people to see things like in our movie, in our perspective, from our point of view. That's our movie. Like, we're the star, we're the center, we're probably the protagonist. I don't know if some people want to be the antagonist. actors, but there's also supporting roles, supporting actors in our movie too. And then there would be people like family and friends, maybe a few other people. But a lot of people are not really that important. They're not really that important. I mean, they tend not to be important. We kind of forget about that, and we don't really see that. That goes with the ideas of embarrassment. Other people can't really see that you're embarrassed. So what's the big deal, kind of thing. It's interesting, and it's good to keep that point of view. Now, this is, for the record, this is not an entertaining video. A little bit entertaining, maybe, but this is me ranting a little bit, rambling a little bit for a few minutes every day. As a record, this is me walking to the Cornelius Library. Not sure if I should, go to the library, make a video, this thing or that thing. How do you decide? You know, life is pretty short. But like I was saying in the video I just made for this, I bought the wrong cereal last night. I bought cornflakes, and she told me Frosted Flakes, and she told me that before, and I must have forgot or got confused because I saw this cereal, all these different kinds of cereal, and I was flabbergasted. And I was like, oh man, what kind of cereal do I buy? I don't know, man. Oh, maybe buy this one. Wait, this one costs a little bit less money. It's not frosted. Oh wait, who cares? Oh wait, I do care. No, she cares. Denise cares. Now, like I said, you know, there's a debate whether or not I should buy the cereal or not. Now, tonight, when I come home, on my way home, I plan to buy Frosted Flakes for her, the roommate in my house in 163, where I grew up. I'm living in the house where I grew up in case you don't know. But, it's Space 163 in the Rose Grove Mobile Home Park in Forest Grove, Oregon. 3839 Pacific Avenue, 163. It's zip code 97116-2277. 97116-2277. That is. 97116-2277. What are you talking about? Well, do you say nonsense like numbers and addresses? I just want everything to be historically accurate in case someday I need to know. I forget or something. Somebody else needs to know. What, you mean like a person who wants to steal your identity? Yeah, maybe someone wants to steal my identity. Happy birthday. But I'm still a little bit concerned. A little bit concerned. I'm a little bit concerned about the world, and even with my family, the people in my house. I don't really think things are really different, but on the outside they look different, I'll say I need a haircut. I need a lot of things. Do I look like a clock when I do this? Do I look like that? But there's a Christmas tree right there. You can see it a little bit, I think. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that a little bit, I guess. But this is a trailer park that we're passing by. I used to go to the Cornelius Community Baptist Church, and I would walk down the street. There was no sidewalk. No sidewalk at the time. I mean, for a long time, there was no sidewalk. For a very long time. They must have added it some years ago or so. But you know, like, so I told you that I got food stamps. yesterday, on the 28th of December 2017. That was a Thursday, and my dad was a little happy. My dad was like happy. My dad said he was happy or something, and Robin said she was proud of me and stuff. Now, I said thank you very softly and stuff. I try to put my head down a little bit like this, and I just say thank you, like a soft little shy little boy, even though I'm not really a shy little boy, or I'm not anymore, not really, but I kind of still go back into my introverted form that I grew up in as a treacher calling dude. Maybe I have a little bit of the Treacer and Collins syndrome. Maybe I got a little bit of Asperger's. Maybe I got a little bit of, these different kinds of things. These different kinds of like disorders, problems that makes my face a little bit weird and ugly. Like maybe my chin is a little bit too small for the kind of face that I have. And maybe my tongue is too small. Maybe the roof of my mouth is too high, and that makes it difficult to talk a little bit, to say some words. Like I struggle to say the ch sound, like church and cheeseburger. I'm trying to say it. I don't know if I said it right. I might have said it right now, like okay, right now in the moment. That I may not be able to say it correctly all the time, or at least not so much when I was younger, but I'm 32 now, so can I do it now? Maybe a little bit better, maybe sometimes, maybe a little bit closer than in the past, so obviously I made improvements and stuff, but I'm not really like the kind of person to ride the short bus and tell about it kind of thing. And I feel like I'm put in those categories of being like retarded, handicapped, very slow, a little late, the one that rides the short bus kind of thing. Fill in the blank for what kind of insult or description or stereotype that you may want to have for me, for a dork, for a geek, for somebody who wears glasses, for somebody who is a little maybe eccentric. You mean gay? No, I said eccentric because I'm happy. What was that Weird Al parody video that went over and it copied the happy video? Because I'm happy, but he said because I'm something, because I'm don't remember the word that are you Weird Al Yankovic replace happy with another word. What was it? Something to do with like being gay or something? I really thought. Now they may say, no, it's not about being gay. It's about being eccentric and stuff. That's what they say. But regardless, it's a little entertaining. Sometimes in life, you may want to give up and die. Maybe not give up and die, but sometimes you just gotta not worry about certain things, perhaps. Now I don't want to say that a little bit too much because I feel like there are too many apathetic people who don't care. So it's not really good to say that to them because they're already doing it. They already don't care and stuff, and that's too bad. Now, like I said yesterday, I probably said it yesterday, I'm a little upset, like, with my dad. Still upset with my dad, and whatever problem that I might have with my dad and with other people, it's still a problem. Now they may say, oh yeah, no problem now. People may say that. My dad may say, yeah, things are better now. I would say, no, they're not. So, but on the outside, on the surface level, you could say that. You could say things are better and stuff. And it's understandable if you have that perspective, if that's your movie. if that's your movie. Like, of course you may think that's better, and more power to you, for you, whatever floats your boat. But I'm telling you, like, my problem is still a problem. Like the thing that I don't like, the things that I don't like, the many things that I don't like, are still there. Well, you know, you can say, well, I don't really care about that. You don't really have to care, but since this video is for the record, I would say that the problem is still the problem. Now, what is the problem? Now, let's see. My problem with my dad is that I think that he's not clear enough at times. Here's the address to the church that I grew up at. I'm going to. It's 860 if you don't see it. Did you see it? 860. It's on the Adair Street, which merges with the Pacific Avenue Street, Forest Grove. But we're in Cornelius now. We're going east towards Portland and Hillsborough. But there is a big cross at the church I grew up at, going to, whatever. Okay. I always misspeak, and I sometimes speak a little bit too loud, or maybe my microphone is not the best, or whatever, because I'm really close to the microphone on the phone. And I really don't know how loud I'm supposed to speak, because there's a lot of interference with the cars and everything. And I always raise my voice, and I'm like yelling and stuff when I'm making these videos, because I'm like, oh, I really hope everybody can hear me. But if I talk a little soft, maybe people won't be able to hear me stuff. And that concerns me. But I tell you, I really don't like it when people maybe like people are yelling a little bit too much. They're blaming people of things that the other people didn't do. I feel like my dad and the other people were doing that to me a little bit too much, and then telling everybody lies about me and stuff. And I've been talking about this in my videos the last few days, and maybe longer than that. And I will continue to talk about the injustice and stuff, and I feel strongly about it. I may not be very clear about it, just like my father's not very clear about it, so I gotta work on it myself, but I haven't really taken the time to make a video that is more clear, like with an outline. Like, number one, my dad does this, and I don't like it because of and the golden rule and the 10 commandments or something. Not to be too religious for you people who don't like that, but why would you be against the golden rule and the 10 commandments and love your enemies and do good to other people and turn the other cheek and other things, don't kill people, don't steal. You know the 10 commandments are all about that. I mean, they talk about things that a lot of people agree with, except for cannibalists. Maybe cannibalists, they may not murder either. I mean, sometimes they do. Historically, a lot of times they do. But regardless, I'm telling you now, with Robin Baker, my dad's girlfriend in the house, I really don't like how she can blame me of things I didn't really do, or things that are misinterpreted. There's a lot of things that could be misinterpreted, and there's no debate about it in my house with those people. No debate, no discussion, well, let's try to figure out what really happened. Let's try to understand the underlying Freudian concept, the super id, the super ego thing, what was the motivation, what was the this thing, the that thing, the underneath, the subconscious thing about why you did what you did, or did you really do it, or did somebody else do it, because I don't really know everything that's happening in the house kind of thing. That's what I would encourage people in my house to do and think about, and to, you know, reconsider and to analyze and to debate. And that's the thing that I'm upset about, because, you know, they're not gonna do that, and they're probably never gonna do that. So what am I fussing about? What am I crying about? You know, cry me river. But this is for the record, to let you know, let myself know, let everybody know that I don't really like it, but the tone of my voice is now is gonna be very good. And it's partly that way because maybe I got problems, and maybe I'm a little cold, and maybe I'm a little bit tired, and maybe I'm a little bit you know, in need of, like, you know, a better breakfast, because I had a little bit of oatmeal. I bought some oatmeal at Walmart last night too. That's good. And that's another funny thing that happened. And my dad was a little bit drunk, or a little bit like a happy kind of drunk last night. You know, my dad has different mood swings like a girl, but he's a guy, but he does that. Sometimes he is an angry drunk, and sometimes he's a happy drunk. Wow. And so happy drunk Don Arnold. Last night he's like, hey, didn't you used to eat oatmeal, Mr. Oatmeal Joey Arnold, my son? Hey, didn't you used to be into that? No, you not gonna buy any of that? Whatever happened? Did you get sick? You know, he didn't say it in all those words, but I'm interpreting it that way. Basically, like, you know, that's what he was saying. Like, what happened? Oatmeal boy, Oatmeal Joey? What happened? What happened? Are you going to go eat? Are you going to eat oatmeal? Do you still do that? Are you still like a little kid or something? Think you come again? And as he said it, in just like 5 words or so, really quickly, I held out a big box of oatmeal, and he's like, oh, that's right, oh, ha ha ha, something like that. Said something of that effect. Okay, so I just want to let myself know, for the record, in my diary. This is my diary. This is just a boring diary where I just ramble and rant every day. That's my goal. Perhaps I'm gonna try to make these videos every day, and hopefully I won't wake up one day and find out that YouTube deleted it, just like they deleted Ojawal in October 2017 this year, about 2 months ago. They deleted it, and they shouldn't have, but they did it based on a copyright claim from 2009, some video responses that I made, which is okay, and it's covered by the what do you call it thing, the what do you call the there's a thing that America has, and other countries have it too, some other countries have it too, where you're allowed to do it because it's covered under the, like, freedom. It's a freedom thing. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I wrote about it and probably made some videos about it, about my Ojawal channel on YouTube that was deleted, and I talked about how it was covered under the Free Speech Amendment or Act or Bill or something. Don't remember the name. I'm saying freedom of speech thing, but that's not what it's called. But it's something to do with that, and it allows you to do that, to do certain things, like, you know, you're gonna cover something. Maybe it's educational. Maybe it's you know, some kind of commentary, and it has to be, like, not for commercial use. You know, just like the VSS videos. You know, the videos, and and you'd buy a videotape at the store, put it in your VCR, and it says copyright. It says FBI warning at the beginning, FBI warning, and it says if you sell it, make a lot of money, then you have to pay a lot of money, go to jail for like up to like 5 years. You have to pay something like up to $250,000. So they always had the FBI warnings on videos. However, there's still the ability and the freedom to copy things for personal use, regardless of that, and people may not know that. Some people don't really know that. I didn't really know that most of my life until the last few years or so, when I started hearing about the thing that I'm talking about. But why am I telling you that? I'm telling you that because of the Ozawal channel that was terminated because of something I might have done like almost 10 years ago. At the time, everybody was doing it because everybody was doing it because YouTube used to have that basically. Like, they had the ability for you to make a video response, not just a comment, but a video comment response. They used to do that, and a lot of people kind of did that, and lots of people have copyrighted stuff or something that may or may not be protected under that thing. But then nothing happens to them. But then certain things happen to some people like me, and some people that are there to talk about their point of view. If they're on the right, then they're shut down in a lot of cases. And I'm not the only one with these problems. I'm not the only one. So if you don't already know, look around. Wow. I said wow a few minutes ago, a second ago, because there was a girl with a dog, a white, almost like a Dalmatian dog. A little bit embarrassed with the way I look. I would love to improve the way I look. Better teeth, better face, better hair, a lot of things. So one step at a time. I'm just telling you a little bit about my problems, and I have this diary, and I'm ranting, and I did a little bit of something good with my computers. I was able to restore a partition that had like about 700 gigabytes of stuff, like mostly videos with some pictures and stuff. Some of it was the home video project, the Arnold attic films, the 44 tapes. I have some of that on that hard drive. It was like deleted, but not really deleted because it wasn't written over yet. That was good. It's good to know that. So I used test disk, and so that worked. And I mean, if you don't already know how to use it, it's not very difficult. I would say you have to install it. Now, if you have a Windows operating system, can you do it? I'm not sure, but I imagine you probably could. Probably. Problem. I probably have used that program on a Windows computer before, but it's been a while. It's been many years, because I've been using Linux computers for almost 10, like probably 10 years now, since 07. And so if you don't know, test disk is a program, and you can install it from the command prompt in Ubuntu. That's the one I'm using. That's the operating system I'm using, Ubuntu Mate, and it's the 16.04 version of the operating system. And you install it in the command prompt. It's kind of like MS-DOS, and then you have to, type in test disk, and you go through the program to, first you gotta analyze the hard drive that you're trying to restore. If you accidentally erase the hard drive, and you analyze it, and then you have to, look at it after it finds everything or a lot of stuff that's on the hard drive, whatever that was on the hard drive before, that was like deleted, erased off the hard drive. It tries to find it because it's still there, because it's not really deleted unless if it was recorded over like a tape. You find it, the program test this, finds it. If you don't already know that, I'm just telling you. It finds it, and then you have to decide what you want to do with the different things that it finds in your hard drive, the different partitions basically. And you can decide, okay, I want to try to restore this one, that one, as many as you want. Maybe you can try. And wow, that's a little bit scary. And okay, so it's a little bit loud, but I'll tell you. Basically, the program is like the ambulance. It comes in and it restores your hard drive, hopefully it does, and that worked for me. And because you basically you find it, you find what you're trying to restore, you find the partitions, and then you tell it to restore it, to write it, and then it does it, hopefully. And I did that this morning, and it worked, and so that's good. Videos are not necessarily the best thing to do, maybe. I mean, actually, I really do love videos. Sometimes it seems to be practical just to write stuff down, especially if it's difficult to like watch a video of a guy like me just talking, saying a few things. But I think the good thing is that there are programs that can turn your audio into words, and then you can use that and have an article of the video, copy and paste after you translate the audio into words. Then you have it. Then you don't have to write everything that you said or whatever. If you want, and if I want, maybe I'll do that. I've been talking for 30 minutes, and I'm gonna stop for now. And I'm gonna try to restore my 4 terabyte hard drive today, and try to buy some Frosted Flakes, and turn in the form for the food stamps that says I'm volunteering 20 hours a week with my father or whatever. That will help me, that will give me the food stamps until November 2018 probably. And it'll be like, I thought it was gonna be like $190. I said that in the video, said that to my dad. I thought they said it, maybe it is or maybe it's not, but I did notice last night that I had $154. Okay, so I'm not the man to, I'm not the kind of person that really likes welfare and stuff. I talk about that. I want smaller government, but I have it right now, and I'm gonna use it even though I don't know. I'm using it. I think I deserve it, but do everybody deserve it? And everybody in their own movie and everything, they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, I deserve it too," and stuff. And sometimes you really need to work really hard and stuff and get stuff more. But if people give you stuff, that's good. Now, if the government gives you stuff, that's great, but it actually comes from other people. So I got, obviously I got mixed feelings about that. But anyways, now people may want me to find a normal job, not an online computer job or something, I guess, because people don't believe in online jobs. Or maybe they do, because, obviously, like, I am making a little bit of money online already. I talk about this a little bit, and it's gonna be bigger and bigger over time, and I'm working on it and everything. money through Bitcoin, because I'm a Bitcoin investor and I'm a Steam writer, and there's a few other websites and stuff, and I'm gonna be working on that and stuff. But some people, like my dad and my mom, my sister, and other people, like, they could be like, well, you need a normal job and stuff. And is anybody listening? But I'm posting this, and I'm gonna wait for the day that Robin Baker would say, hey, you're still talking about me. And if she says that, you know, and tell everybody and tell my dad, and then get my dad and get everybody to be like, oh, stop talking about us and stuff, because we don't want anybody to talk about us except the government and stuff. That's what I said yesterday in my videos. I'm waiting for that because I'm doing this test to see if they're watching my videos on YouTube too, and they're probably not. So they're probably not going to say anything because they don't go to YouTube. They only stay on Facebook because Facebook is a ghetto. Facebook is a ghetto. Facebook is a ghetto. And I don't look so good, but I look as good as any man could if he hasn't shaved in a few days. That's basically my situation. I gotta, you know, play more basketball, and I gotta do a lot of things. I'm gonna write a little bit more. I'm gonna try to continue to write and stuff. And I'm gonna try to be a little bit more clear, unlike my father, and you know, basically do whatever I can and stuff, and make more videos. At least try to make one video and take a picture of myself every day, and work on that. I told everybody, like, my dad kicked me off the internet, off the computers, that I can't use because I can't talk about anything that will upset him and Robin and Jamie Dawson, you know, like everybody in my house. And basically that's what he said. He said, you know, don't do something that will upset them. And so yesterday, you know, like I said, I'm saying this, you know, I wrote on Facebook, and I told my family, and I told people. My dad won't let me, you know, go on Facebook, use email or anything. Now, he didn't actually say that, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So it's that's what I'm trying to say, and I think that's important to think about. What I'm talking about is the freedom of speech. You know, freedom of speech. You're gonna offend people. Hate speech is included in the freedom of speech. In free speech, hate speech and free speech is the same thing. Hate is an opinion or whatever, and it's defined differently by different people. What offends me is different than what offends you. What offends me might not offend you, and stuff, and vice versa. And people need to understand that, but people on the left don't really seem to get that, and they also don't seem to get what an immigrant is, as opposed to a undocumented illegal immigrant and stuff like that. But I'm gonna try to talk more about this in the future. But I'm gonna go now.